Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Jen Jen, and today we're going to do a whip and chat. And I am still working on, I know this is going to be one of those long diamond paintings. I'm hoping I can get this done, and I hope I don't take a year to do this. But I'm still working on Scorpio. And for those of you that are just tuning in, welcome. Um, and those of you that are here, welcome back. They've been here, welcome back, and have been watching me, welcome back. Those of you that are new that do not know, I have been working on Scorpio. And this is from Diamond Art Club. It is by Josephine Wall. And all the information is down here, but I'm going to tell you anyway. The diamond, it's a square drill. It is 70 by 87 centimeters. The inches are 27.6 by 34.3. It's big. And like I told somebody the other day, this is one of the bigger ones that I've ever done. But that's okay, because this is the reason I picked this one is because it is I was born in October, and Scorpio is my zodiac. So, and of course, no, I don't follow that kind of stuff. I don't worry about the horoscopes. I just like this one. And I kind of kicking myself now because after looking at it again over the weekend, there's a lot of confetti in this. And I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I like it, and I'm going to keep going with it. So, we're going to get started. Pull out whatever you're working on, and let's, cross stitch, whatever craft that you like to do, and we are just going to get started. And I'm just going to tell you what's been going on this week in my crazy, 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 crazy ass of a household. And yes, I cussed. And also, I want to make an announcement before I get really, really into this. A couple things are going to be kind of, it's going to be kind of changing. It's Monday. I am recording ahead of time because, number one, I have to do a review chapter before I can take my state exam for my license. And I need to study. So today is kind of one of those days where I'm just going to relax and try to record a couple of videos ahead of time and see what happens and see how it works and see if I like doing it. Because once I start training and actually start working, I'm going to have to try to figure that out. So, that being said, this is Monday. Yes, this will go up on Tuesday, tomorrow. Also, my lives that I was normally doing on Thursdays, as you guys know, I did 2 and I stopped. That's because I started taking this class and I couldn't concentrate, and I was very stressed out and just didn't want to project it onto you guys. Sorry. So, after talking to a couple of people on Saturday, I decided to do it on Saturday nights at 6:30. So from 6:30 p.m. Eastern time until whenever 8:30, 9 o'clock, whatever, is when I will be doing it. I have tried to get it added to the YouTube schedule, but for some reason it didn't get put on there. I had let the person that controls that know that on when I was going to do it on Thursdays, and didn't happen. And I know I should probably say, okay, let her know that I'm going to be doing it on Saturdays, but at this point I don't know. But for those of you that miss me going live, I will be going live on Saturdays starting this coming Saturday at 6:30. So that's out the way. Let's get started. So I'm so relaxed, and you guys can probably tell by my demeanor and my attitude. Yes, I know. I've been stressed, but I've also gotten a couple of I'm not saying that it was negative, but I had a couple of people, message me privately and tell me that, except for one person, but that, it is what it is. And that, they like my videos, they like, my whip and chats and so forth, but they always seem to think that I kind of sound down in the dumps. I'm sorry. It, I think it's part of my anxiety and so forth. I don't know what it is, but anyway. So, yes, I'm a kind of chipper today. I'm not hyper like I was last week. So we're gonna try and change everything. Um, Also, another thing before we get really down into what's been going on around here. Starting, not this week, but starting next week, I am going to be doing a couple shout outs of channels that I've watched during the week. For diamond painting, it will be during my whip and chats, and for floss tube, it will be during, for stitchers, it will be during my floss tube videos. Um, Also, I need to get a new ring light. This ring light, as you can see, is kind of bright. It's not it doesn't have the other option, which is the yellow light. I don't know why. But that is very, very, it's not sturdy. So, yeah, I gotta get a new one. It's ridiculous. So, that will be happening. And I'm going to be rearranging again because I have to make. When I started setting up my workspace and did all this rearranging over here for when I do start working, I had put my drafting table this way, and which, is not a big deal because, I like watching TV, but desk wise, I need my laptop sitting over that way. And it's kind of hard to maneuver my laptop around all this stuff to get it over here to do this, to do the split screen. Yes, I could go back to doing, the videos where you don't see my, my wonderful face. But, I like doing the split screen. Now, other people may not like me doing the split screen, but I really enjoy doing the split screen. And, so, yeah, I have to figure all that out. I wish I could find a webcam that had a longer cord, but I don't know. I might have to look on Amazon for that. I've had to look on Amazon for a new light. Thank you, Therese and Mrs. Coffee, for helping me find that. So, yeah, I found it. I'm going to be getting it next time I order from Amazon. So, that's... Hopefully, I won't look like I'm all behind. Yeah, look like I'm all kind of pale and crap. Now, today I do because I have no makeup on. It's one of those days. It's, I'm a hot mess today. But anyway. So, this week has been productive. It's been, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my chest. You just don't know what I have gone through the past couple weeks for this class. And I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to, be negative about it. It was a lot. And yeah, it did stress me out. But I'm glad that it's over and done with. But, like I told my kids the other night, this is a new journey for me. This is a new experience. I'm excited. And we had a family meeting, sort of, kind of. And I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's all teenagers. I mean, no, Justin does not have a bad attitude usually, but I've maybe it's me. I don't know. He acted like he didn't hear me, and I was just like, kind of getting irritated with him about it. And I told him, I said, "Are you even paying attention to me?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "So, you can't be loud." I wish I could soundproof their bedroom because when they get playing video games together, yeah, it's fun. When they get playing video games together, and anytime they, especially Justin plays a video game, he gets really into that video game, and he's really, he's loud, and I, have a hard time. But no, I even asked, is there a way that I can um, uh, soundproof his bedroom? No. So it's it is what it is. But so we kind of had a family meeting, and I kind of explained to them that once I do start the training process, that they can't be loud. It's I need quiet. Not saying I don't think it's going to be so much. I'm going to have to worry so much when um, I'm training, but when I do start working and helping clients and so forth, I know I'm going to have to kind of uh, have quiet here, because I know for a fact that it's going to be crazy. Give me 1 second. I've got to open up this new bag. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting. And I told them both. I told all of them. I said, it's going to, there's going to be a lot of, whatever you want to call it. I said, you're going to have to, kind of sacrifice your, I'm saying, and I told him, I said, I'm not saying that I don't want you to, I don't like it that you want to play your video game or what have you. I said, but, you're going to have to, kind of be a little more respectful, or whatever you want to call it, of mom, because mom has got to start her job. And I've even come to a point now. I've been discussing this and trying to come up with a plan, and I've gotten a couple ideas. I told them, here's the thing, you guys, like little dude, he can come out here in the living room with his Xbox and play out here, or, what have you, because it would be kind of hard for him to do that in his room, because Justin already has an Xbox in there, and Justin plays on his Xbox with his friends, and I just didn't want some kind of issue there. So, and not only that, there's only one TV in their bedroom. So we're kind of in that kind of stage of trying to figure out what we're going to do. And, or, I don't know. So, like I said, Justin kind of just looks at me. And I'm like, do you hear me? It's like, yeah. And he has... Gosh, excuse me. I was getting ready to pause it because I didn't get that far. He's one of these people. He does this, and I've noticed that I've done it too. When we're having family meetings and we're having a discussion, he hears me. No, he doesn't acknowledge it, but he hears me, and then he just goes and changes the subject, like he just didn't understand, just like he just either doesn't care or he didn't hear me. And I have to make sure, and I've asked, I go to him and I'm like, did you understand a word I said? And he, he looks at me like, yes, Mom, I heard you. And I have to get him to repeat to me what I said. And he just kind of looks at me like, do I have to? But, so when we were talking this weekend, I looked at him and I said, you do hear me, right? And he says, yes, Mom. I was like, okay. I said, I just want you guys to understand, I don't have a problem with you all playing your games and, hanging out with your friends. I said, but, when I'm doing my, because the way, I'm going to be a producer for an insurance agency, basically. And I, will be helping clients with things. And, I told him, I said, I'm going to be on this phone. Now, I have a headset. It's supposed to be a noise canceling headset, but I'm not sure if it is or not. But here, this is it. So I'm going to use that, but I'm not sure if it is a noise canceling headset. I'm going to get one of the kids to test it out and see, and get them to tell me, because my best friend gave it to me. She's like, yeah, it is supposed to be one, but she said it's not. So I'm gonna, kind of find out and see. But I told them both. I said, this is, you all want to go to Disney, and so forth, and this is the way Mommy's gonna do it. Is Mommy's got to work and do all this stuff, and help you guys, and help the clients and so forth, and I need you to be respectful of that and be mindful of it. And of course, like I said, Justin just sits there and looks at me like, he didn't hear me or something. And finally I just turned around and I was like, you know what, just whatever. But I know he heard me. So it's just, there are times that he's forgotten. And, he and I have kind of gotten into a heated discussion about it. But, he comes out and he's like, Mom, I forgot. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm sorry for yelling at you. And, he apologizes to me and so forth. And it's, it's always been crazy. So, yeah, and I've been rambling on this morning about all that. But yeah, I don't know exactly when I'm starting to train. I will find out from my boss, because she's supposed to let me know. Now that, I've scheduled my state licensing exam and so forth. And, I'm pretty sure she's going to let me know. She's on vacation, so she can't really tell me anything right now. So I basically relaxed, because Thursday I took the exam, and I told you guys in floss tube, but those of you that watch just my diamond painting videos, I did pass the class. So I now have to schedule the exam, the state exam for my license. And so yeah, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my chest. Oh my God, you just have no idea how much. I thought I was going, you just don't know. I felt like crap. I really did. I just was like, no, this isn't going to work. And yeah, y'all could tell I was hyper last week. And those of you that don't watch my floss tube video and just watch my diamond paint, I did a happy dance in the middle of my apartment. Literally, I did a happy dance. After I passed it, I was like, okay. And I did a happy dance. So it was funny. and of course my kids thought, there was something wrong with me, but it was funny. And I mean, I can't, no, I'm not going to do the happy dance. I swear. I don't have a musical bone in my body. So, no, I will not do that. But, it was funny. And, so I just kind of, the rest of the week was just kind of one of those weeks where I just sat there and I just took this deep breath and I just went, because it was over and it was done with. And, I had talked to my therapist. Yes, I go to a therapist. I talked to my therapist and, I was telling her how stressed out I was about the whole, tech class and everything. And she she told me, she says, that's part of your anxiety. And she said, it's not good. And so, she gave me ways to, kind of deal with it. And she gave me a, what do you call it? A mood tracker, I guess. Now, mind you, I'm not moody. I'm really not. I do have my moments, but it's one of those things. So she gave me a mood tracker, and I tried to set it up for my planner because I just didn't need a whole bunch of other papers roaming around, and I can't, so I can't get it small enough to fit my planner. My planner is a mini happy planner, and I can't get it small enough to fit in there. But anyway, she sent it to me so that I could, print it off and stuff. And I have not been doing the greatest with it. I'm going to start on it today, actually. And she said it's supposed to, kind of help me out. So I think that's kind of one of the reasons why now my attitude is kind of upbeat. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just, wishful thinking that, I'm imagining myself being this way. But so, yeah, that was her main takeaway for the whole thing. And, she was excited for me. And, excuse me. She also, was like, I can tell by the way I said, she could tell by the way I sounded. I'm trying to find this other color because I really hope this isn't all of this color. She kind of, could tell by the way, because we do the virtual, and she could tell by just the way I was acting that I was, in a better mood. And so she says, no, they don't. Well, darn. I might have some more in my storage, which I'm not going to go and get. But she, actually, no, I'm not. So, she was excited for me. And, I think that's the reason she gave me the mood tracker, because she wants me to stay this way. And I can't say I blame her. And I, hey, I want to stay this way. And she, she touched on something too that I didn't even think about. That the reason that I may not, because, she knows I do a YouTube channel. She knows I have a YouTube, do videos and so forth. And I told her, I said, that could be one of the reasons why my, my subscribers, or why I don't have that many, is because of my attitude when I'm on camera. And so that's why she did it. One of the reasons why she did it. So here I am. No. But so yeah, that this whole week the rest of, from Thursday on, because, and I don't think I told you all about this. No, I didn't, because I did my video Wednesday. The whole story, now there's a story behind the exam. Thursday, I had finished the class on Wednesday last week, and I did try Wednesday to take the final exam, and I couldn't do it. I was stressed. I took the exam that Wednesday, and I didn't pass it. The good thing about the whole thing is that you can take the chapter tests and the exam as many times as you need to until you pass it. Oh no, it's Tuesday. Sorry. And I think I already told you all this, but those of you that are new. So anyway, I took it, and I was like, and finally, after 12 flipping hours, I took it, and I passed it, and I did a happy dance, and like I told you all earlier, I'm not doing a darn happy dance. I'm sorry. Don't expect one. But, so, it was like a big, huge weight had been lifted off my chest, and I, was really, really, it just felt good. So then, I guess from all the, the stress and all the hard work that I put into it, I guess it just wore my butt out, because I was so tired, and I have never, ever been that exhausted. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to relax. There's just no way about it. And I mean, that's what I did. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I just, I wasn't lazy. I, did stuff around here that needed to be done. And I just kind of, that's what I did. So we, now Saturday, the only thing I had to do was Saturday, I had to go to the motor vehicle, and that was an experience. Oh my God. I don't know how people can go sit in that place and deal with those people. I don't know if it's just me. Of course, I was told it was just me. But I don't know how people can deal with people like that. So I'm going to get into the whole thing. So I needed to get a new license. So I, went in there, and we, when you sign up, apparently you're supposed to bring a bill or two bills and something else that has your name and address on it. Now, on that whole note, either I didn't read the email all the way through, or I just didn't pay attention. I don't know. So I got there, and I had two pieces of mail of what I thought would be suitable for them. And, well, one wasn't, because it wasn't a bill. So she says, do you have anything else with your name on it? And I said, well, I have my checking account information that is, it's an online banking thing. And she says, okay, well, we need you to print off, the information that has your name and address on it from your online bank. Okay. So I did. So after I got it all printed out, she comes back in the state, and I asked the state trooper right then and there in front of her, I said, is this going to be okay? And he said, yes, it will be. It's like, okay, cool. because I didn't feel like rescheduling the appointment all over again. It was just, no, I just wasn't in the mood for that. And, I was already there, and I just didn't want to go through all the ridiculous crap all over again. So she sends me to the counter where I get my picture taken for my license. And I get, we start the process. And, she asked me for, my birth certificate and all that other stuff. And then she asked me for the, the pieces of mail or whatever that have my name and address on it. And so she takes, the bill. And then she turns around after she takes the thing from my bank. And she says, "We can't use this." And I said, "What do you mean you can't use it?" I said, "I was told you could. The state trooper and the lady at the customer care center told me that you could." Well, she looks at me. She wanted to argue with me about it. And I told her, I said, "Look, I'm just going by what I was told." I said, "The customer care worker told me, or the customer service person at the check-in counter told me to print this off." Well, that wasn't good enough. And so she had to go and get basically permission to use it, which, okay. And, I sat there and thought about it, and I thought, did I not read the email correctly? Or, pay attention to what it said? Because obviously I didn't, because, oh yeah. So, she did all that. She comes back, and we start the process, because we're, like I said, we're already in the middle of the process. And so apparently when I went in 2009 to, I guess, renew my license, then I don't even remember what I was there for. Okay. And she says, "Well, we can't use this, but we can use this." And I just looked at her. I said, "Well, what is it?" And she says, "You've used it before." And I said, "That's not my question. What is it?" And, well, she wouldn't tell me. She's like, "I can't tell you." Okay, first of all, if it has my name on it, you're going to tell me. Well, she didn't want to tell me, which I, after all of that, I was like, you know what? I really don't care. As long as it's, as long as it's, in my file or whatever you want to call it from the last time, I don't care. My whole point is that when I tried to be nice to her, she was really, really, I was very nice. I was not rude with her until she got rude with me. And that saying, "kill him with humble pie." That's what I was trying to do, because I knew as soon as I sat down to that counter, she was not going to be a nice person. And so I'm sorry, guys. Goodness. So anyway, when I knew she wasn't going to be nice when I sat down. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just be nice to her. Maybe that'll put her in in the whatever attitude to be nice to me. Well, that failed miserably. But this was the worst experience I ever had. I've never had this issue before. And so anyway, long story short, or get on with it. She we did the process, finished it, and she took my picture. And of course she kind of got upset with me because I think she thought I was deaf, because she told me 3 times she asked me 3 times to move to the right. The third time, or the last time she said it, she kind of yelled. And I was like, I told her, I said, look, you're talking really low. You know, your mask is muffling your voice. I can't hear you. And I said, not only that, you know, the glass windows aren't helping. And I said, you're going to have to speak up. Well, she didn't like that idea. But anyway. So, you know, she asked me afterwards, she was like, they took my picture, and her supervisor came back out with something. And she turns around and she looks at me. She says, did you bring your lease? No. And I kind of just looked at her and I was like, you're asking for this now? After, you know, I've already kind of, you know, we've already gotten this far to where I'm getting ready to give you the money. And she just, you know, she didn't say anything. And I said, no, I don't have my lease. And, you know, the manager, you know, was very understanding about it. And, so, you know, I paid for it. And, we get to the very final part. Now, of course, you all know, at the very end of the whole process, it gives you the option to be registered to vote or whatever. Now, I have not voted in a very, very long time. Not because I don't want to. There's just, you know, I'm one of these ones that, and I'm not trying to get into a political discussion because I don't like debating politics and it just causes problems. But I have not voted for, because I just didn't like some of the candidates and so forth, and which is, you know, whatever. And so we get to the end. She says, are you a registered voter? And I said, no. And she basically didn't even ask if I wanted to register. She just put me down as, yes, I want to register to vote. And and I looked at her, because I looked at it, because after she did it, she was like, now you need to finish, because everything is done by touch screen on the computer. And I just kind of looked at her, and after she hit the yes, I want to register button. So then she turns around, and we get to the part where you get to pick the party you want: Democratic, Republican, Independent, unaffiliated. There's a whole bunch of them. I've never knew how many different political parties there are in the freaking United States. I was just like, oh my God. So, you know, she turns around and she says, this is where you can pick the political party. Okay. So I, at first, you know, was like, I don't know what to pick, you know, and she's like, well, you can be unaffiliated. Why? You know, and of course, you know, she went to click it, and I said, no, don't do that. I said, I'll do it myself. So I picked Democrat, and she turns around and she looks at me and she's like, why? First of all, I didn't know I had to give a reason as to why I picked the political party that I picked. I really didn't. And I just looked at her and I said, what difference does it make? It's my choice. I don't need to tell you why I picked it. And so she, you know, kind of just rolled her eyes, and I was like, you know what, this is, all I can say is at this point, I wanted to go the hell home. She was getting on my nerves. And so finally, you know, after she realized that she wasn't going to get any information out of me, she gave me my receipt. And I just looked at her and I said, I'm not getting it today, because I was told on the website that I would get it today. or yeah, that day. No, I got a piece of paper with all the information that I can use until I get the actual um, card. I was like, okay. And so then she turns around and she looks at me. She says, thank you. And then goes to turn around. I said, thank you. You too. Have a nice day. And I hope you have a better day. And I walked off. And I wasn't trying to be a bitch to her when I said that, but I'm sorry. You know, I worked for the county in the public school system. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know what it is, but there's a lot, there's people that think they are better than you when you're there. And I noticed Saturday that that's what she thought. Because number one, I wasn't dressed to the nines. I'm sorry. Yes, I'll put on my makeup and, you know, put on a nice, you know, whatever, top, outfit, whatever. But I'm not going to go dressed up in a dress and high heels just to please people. I'm sorry. And so I get back home and Justin looks at me and says, what took you so long? I said, because that woman was a pain in the ass, because she just did not want anybody to be nice. So, or she just didn't want to be nice to anybody. So, he just looks at me and he's like, so that's what I have to look forward to when I go? And I said, probably. I said, I know how you are. I said, you need to not have an attitude when you go in there, because I don't need somebody snapping at you because you got an attitude. And he, you know, was like, well, I'm not going to deal with ignorant people like you had to deal with if they can't, if they're going to be like that to me. And I told him, I said, no. I said, you're going to do what I did until I got to be to the point that I really kind of had no choice but kind of be snippy with her. And I said, but you will be nice. I mean, and I will be with you to make sure that you do. And he was just like, now I don't even know if I want to go and get it. And I told him, I said, well, you know, I don't know what to tell you on that note, because, you know, I don't know, you know, I don't know if it was just me. I really don't. And I'm hoping it wasn't, because, and I'm hoping this woman was just having a really bad day. I don't know. But, I mean, I told Sky, Little Jude's dad, because, yeah, don't ask me why. We were having an issue, and I kind of snapped at him. But anyway, we were having, you know, a discussion, and he's getting to the point where he wants to know everything. And I kind of snapped at him, and I told him, you know, where he could stick that want to know everything crap. And so he was like, well, when I explained to him what had happened, he was like, well, it must have been you, because they're normally nice to me in there. And I turned around and I said to him, you know, not everybody has a good experience. And I said, so you don't need to be sitting there telling me it's me. I said, you know, I'm not an evil person. And I said, I was not mean to her. I said, I wasn't rude to her. I, you know, did what I was told to do. And, you know, if that's the way you feel, then, you know, leave me the heck alone. So, yeah. But, that was my experience in a nutshell on that note, because let me tell you, I don't like dealing with people. And I've never liked going to the motor vehicle at all, period. It's not been the most pleasant of experiences when I go. But, and I mean, even the more, you know, positive notes of the, of going. There have been some, really bad, issues, but I have to say this was one of the worst experiences I had. And you take a survey at the end of the whole appointment, and I made sure they knew that I was not happy with her, the way that I was treated by her, and I don't know what's going to be done about it, but I wasn't happy. It was not one of my greater, or one of my best things, because visits, because I've never ever, it wasn't pretty at all. So that was my whole thing. And then of course I relaxed the rest of the day and on Saturday, and video chatted with a couple of friends of mine that I hadn't video chatted with in a while, and just kind of, sat here and we worked on whatever we were working on, and just, chatted and had fun. And I hope we can continue to do it every week, or at least, whenever. And it was fun. I hadn't done it in a while. I had missed talking to them. And I have to say, when I was sitting there, they were catching me up on all the YouTube and Facebook stuff. And I have to say, I never realized how out of the loop I was. I had never in my life. Yeah, I do watch YouTube, but I don't pay attention to, I guess I should, but there's been some little, behind the scenes things going on that I didn't know was going on. And when I was told, I was like, you're kidding me, right? And I was like, this is how far behind I am. And she laughed and she said, well, you didn't know about that? And I was like, no. So I'm going to be, paying attention to channels a little bit more, and get, deal with those, or watch those, because I feel like I don't know anything. And I guess that's kind of my fault, because I have not been very social in the community, and I apologize for that. It's just, sometimes I forget to do these things. And it's nothing personal. Sometimes I have good intentions, but then again, they don't always end up that way. So it's kind of like, yeah, I have been really, really, really slacking on all of that, and I really need to get back into being sociable on everybody that I'm subscribed to on their channels, because I'm totally like, not, so what, I feel bad, but that's okay. So, let's see what else has been going on. Skylar has gotten disappointed this week. He was all excited because little dude wanted to go swimming. And we had a plan to go swimming yesterday, because my best friend was going to, come and get us and take us swimming. And so anyway, we had it all planned out over the week, and Saturday night she messaged me and she was like, we need to change this, because I'm not, something came up, family kind of thing or something, and she, let me know, that we needed to move it to next weekend. So I had let little dude know. Little dude was very, very disappointed. But on that note, all day long yesterday, or all morning long, he kind of was clingy to me. And I was like, okay, really? And I told him, I said, son, you need to go do something. You need to go, go play or go watch a movie or something. And he didn't really want to. He just wanted to kind of sit with me. Well, finally he did. I don't know what I did to get him to do that, to go and go bye-byes, but anyway, he did. And so he he um he went, and so we that was his thing. He was just disappointed because we had planned to go. So now we have to wait till next weekend. And, all day long yesterday, he kept telling me, Mommy, I'm disappointed. I wanted to go, so forth and so on. And I told him, I said, I understand that. I said, but, you can't keep nagging about it and, all that, because it's annoying. It's annoying. He was annoying me to the point that I said, dude, enough. Need some coffee. It got a little annoying. I will tell you that much. He drove me insane. But he finally kind of left me alone. Now, I know he ended up playing his Xbox. I'm not sure who he played with. I want to take him outside, but we have a bunch of stupid kids out here, so I'm trying to find a time when I know there aren't any kids outside so that I can take him to go outside and let him play, so that he all it is cabin fever. He's getting to the point now. He's ready. It wasn't so bad during during the school year, but now that school is out, today is the last day. Oh my God, it's the last day of school, people. I can't believe it's the last day of school. But anyway, being that it's the last day of school and all that, we it's he's now getting to that point that he's starting to get really, really I guess ready to just get out. Summertime is their time to go out and have fun. And and of course last year we couldn't. This year everything's kind of getting back to normal, and he wants to go. So we're gonna solve that problem. So now next year, it's going to be a little different because he is going to be virtual for the first semester. They're I guess they're doing this kind of stagnant. They're still letting kids come to school, but there are some that they are going to keep virtual or whatever. And, he was not picked, or not. They sent me a Google document, and I got to a kind of apply for it, for him to be home, and or whatever, and or have whatever you want to call it, do virtual. And it's a different it's a program. They've named this. Why? I don't know, but anyway. So he's going to be, I signed him up for that. So we'll see. I told him, I said, now between now and then, it could change. I said, you can probably go next year. I said, by the time September gets here, you probably will be able to go into school. And he just looks at me like, I don't know what the deal is. I think he's kind of still a little paranoid about it, but he'll be all right. He'll live. So we'll see. Oh my gosh, today's just gonna be one of those days. I'm just lazy. I I'm kind of I'm tired. I'm exhausted from last week from all that mess. I'm going to kind of relax. I'm still kind of sore from all the walking I did last Wednesday because of where I went to go get my birth certificate. I don't know if I told you that. I told you guys that. I can't even remember what I told you on the last video. But I did go get it. And we had to walk downtown, which is a 20-minute walk. Well, it's 20 minutes. I've done it in 20 minutes. And I guess I must be so freaking out of shape because, yeah, I'm still sore. Um, I'm just very, very, my muscles, I'm telling you. So, and it was hotter than I don't know what outside. My makeup, oh my God, my makeup was coming off my face. And it was funny because, and I probably told you all this story last week, and I know I'm repeating myself. Anyway, all my makeup on my face. And of course, I'm sweating, and there was sweat going down the side of my face, and it was getting in my eye. And I had to, when we got to the Vital Records, the lady, the receptionist, or whoever she was that was sitting at the table, she looks at me, and she could tell that my eye was shut, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I think I got makeup and sweat in my eye, or it's going in my eye. Do you have a tissue?" And I know I look like, what is it, the somebody from the House of Wax from that movie, because that's what it felt like. And all the whole time, even on the way back, I had to take, she gave me a whole bunch of paper towels to take with me because she knew I was gonna, it was gonna be hot. And all the way home, I was just like, okay. And the bad part was it was supposed to rain. And oh my God, I was just like, And we made it home right when it poured its butt off. And I was grateful. I was like, okay, thank God. This is just one of those things. I'm going to be, but yeah. So that was, but no, so today I'm just going to relax. And before I start my studying, start my, review chapter, and just kind of get myself into the whatever, recharge my batteries, I guess is what I want to call it. And thank God, because I don't think it's going to be as bad now as it was when I was actually studying. I think it's going to be okay now. So we'll see. And tomorrow is one of the reasons why, I kind of doing this ahead of time is tomorrow. Besides that, I've got to go over to his school and take his laptop back and get that turned in, and then start the summer vacation. I'm not looking forward to summer vacation. I don't think it's gonna be a big issue with him. I think he's just gonna bug the living crap out of me, but we'll see. But we will see what happens. I think that's really it. And I did oh my gosh, I did almost did another hour-long video. Holy crap, people. I guess Jennifer had a lot to talk about this week. So I hope everyone has a great week. Thank you so much for watching. And again, I will say this again. I know I said this last week in my video. I will be doing a giveaway for when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm still working out the details of what kind of giveaway that's going to be. It's it's going to involve diamond painting subscribers and my floss tube subscribers. I'm still going over trying to come up with ideas for that. But, you know, I will keep you guys up to date on that. I will be, you know, kind of going through that over the week. And videos are going to be going up as normal this week. It's just probably going to be going up, you know, ahead of time. I know I'm going to try to do a couple ahead of time today. But that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone has a great week. And I will see you all next time.